I say it would be good if he was aggressive against me in this situation.
Say hello to
I
YouTube,
made,
Johnny.
yeah.
Say hello.
Hello.
Right, so yeah, right. This is Blitz Pit. We've got Elyod versus Bright. So this is round two of the losers bracket. Um,
Yeah, so it's game three, so both players have a win and a
yeah,
loss.
game three. So we've got Amazons versus Wood Elves. This is like I don't even know. Like, what do you think is the? I think Wood Elves obviously the favourite, but
Yeah, I think Wood Elves are a big issue for Amazons because
they're
they're
better
still
Amazons.
slow. They've got yeah, but I mean, like Amazons against Wood Elves, it's a bit like a bash team, but you have AV7. Um, but like you don't have a particular pace advantage.
No
You
tackle.
can't man up so much. Strip ball and tackle on the one-ups, it still hurts you.
So I'm guessing Wood Elves won the toss and decided to kick to Elyod.
Yeah, maybe. I guess.
I
I
doubt
think
Elyod would want to receive. Like,
in overtime it's hard. Like I wouldn't want to be, particularly with Elyod's roster, 12 players, two rerolls. You don't really want to be 1-0 down, going into the second half, having to score to go to overtime. I don't know if. I guess as the Wood Elves, you do kick. I don't know. I think overtime makes it hard. I always want to receive in an overtime format generally.
mate, there were two things that I've seen. Right, I've watched two Wood Elf games, and both of them have got help with messaging me. Oh, right. That was ages ago. Yeah, no. What's it called? I've seen two Wood Elf games, and both Wood Elf games, their leaders have been cast. Like Dio versus Bright. Bright just left his leader throw it out to dry, and Dio just cast it instantly. And then I watched the the other guy. What's his name? He played the Kemri. He played against Kemri.
Okay.
Yeah, like and he just left his leader out to try. It just got Kaz both in like first half of the game. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's tough because you've got a lot of players you want to protect as Wood Elves. Um, the leader's kind of low down on your list, but it's pretty important.
It's massive for overtime, like massive.
I think, yeah, it'd be more so if he had, for example, if Bright had two rerolls or one reroll leader and Apo, but he's gone for two rerolls leader.
No Apo, yeah, no Apo is massive as well.
Yeah, I don't like the no Apo. I think the odds on a uh, badly hurt in the first half, something like that,
I'm
quite
amazed at
high.
him. I just think, yeah, I don't know what the option is. So you drop the what? Do you drop a reroll for an Apo, or do you drop the?
It's like a reroll for an Apo.
Yeah.
I guess you don't really want to drop the tree, but you could drop the tree.
I wouldn't want to drop the tree in not this format.
Blitz Pit or something.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting to face a lot of elves and it's not overtime or something. But yeah, in this format, I think it's basically this roster. I wouldn't have sure hands. That would be, I think, a block or a dodge on someone. Or another wrestle. Yeah, this is the issue. Like, you don't want your dancers to get hit. You don't want to let them three dice to catcher. Maybe you want to let them three dice to block catcher. So, like, the leader is very much, and you know, both your linemen.
Your leader is a lineman. Yeah. I got you.
Well, I mean, like, do you value a leader lineman over like a wrestle line?
I value the reroll.
Yeah.
I value the reroll.
I guess it's only going to matter if gets him out in the first half and he doesn't come back, or gets him out in the second half before he uses the reroll.
Like, what do you think of a thrower? Like, do you think it's a must?
This format, yeah, because you don't get anything from the extra 20k. So, being 1080 or 1100, you don't get anything.
Yeah, except like fan factor and all that rubbish.
Yeah,
Nonsense.
so you might as well have the throw with leader, because the extra skill isn't going to get you much else either. Once you've got tackle on a ward answer, or frenzy on a ward answer, strip ball on another player, a couple of wrestle.
What do you think of sure hands on Amazons?
No.
Just a no.
No. You need 4 guard, or... Yeah, I think you want 4 guard, and then you want the wrestler. I mean, you could take it if you had a normal roster that wasn't like a Roxy team. But you could just have another wrestler.
Yeah. Like where Amazon's tier 1 or are they tier 2 or what? Where do you put Amazon?
For this format, they're definitely one of the top teams. Their issue is against elves, and for overtime format, they're not that good. I think that's why people steered away from them.
Thing is,
I mean, they could be good. I think if you get 13 or 14 players, like 3 rerolls and a pro, something like that. I didn't look because I wasn't going to play them.
I just think the dwarves are so good in this format that it makes Amazons worse, if that makes sense, because the likelihood is, and I know we've had this whole dwarves Amazons conversation many times, but
yeah, but I mean, how good your team is going to be based on what you expect to play against.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I'm gonna look back at Jim's games, definitely. Dark Elves. I'm probably gonna look back at the KFO Wood Elf game.
Oh my god, Elyod's no cage. He hasn't put any guard in, which is not. Ideally, you'd be able to get 2 guard in here. Yeah. And make this red dice.
Oh, that catcher's right there as well. It's still a 5+.
If he gets like a 5+.
Yeah, it is a 5+. Yeah.
I might have tried to pick up 1, 2, 3.
I would have tried it, 100%. Yeah. If you get it,
it's there's a slim GFIs to score.
Yeah.
I might go for it with the dancer. No. Sure Handsman is a bit far away.
KFO versus Jim is going to be good. Yeah, it will be well good. That'll be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting with the
mirror teams. It's literally as long as it's not like just 3 removals on LOS, and then it's completely lopsided. As long as it's kind of like tit for tat.
I think that's a bit of an error from to leave the sure hands guy so far away.
Where is it?
If he was, because one of the things is if you're going to go for a sack potentially,
you want the sure.
One of the ways
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you want to always be in a position where you can sack next turn, and so if your sure hands is all the way in the middle of nowhere, it makes it a bit more.
I'm always
less likely to recover it.
I'm always guilty of that. I have great ball carriers or whatever, or like in all my chaos teams, I tend to roll an edgy goat with like sure hands and stuff, and I'm so anal about protecting them. They don't do the real job that they're there to do, you know. It's just like,
I mean, that's fun more on chaos.
You need to like hover on the fringe, don't you? You don't want to be like an obvious target, but you don't want to be too far away from the action that you can't actually do what your skills make you good at doing.
Especially for this team where he could always, the next turn could always be leap in, get the ball, if the situation requires it.
Oh, he's going with Roxana, isn't he? 2+.
Yeah, give me a big 2+.
Huge.
He's not going to want to fail.
Oh, it's the pickup. Pickup's a 3+, right? 3+?
No, because he's agility 5. Oh, he gets the
loner reroll.
He failed again.
Oh my god! And he catches it.
Oh, the catcher didn't use catch, but
he's still fucked. Yeah, this is awful.
He's in a lot of trouble.
This is awful. You just leap out with that wall dance.
It's going to come down.
Yeah. Then, so you dodge this catcher out, and you got the assist. Then the dancer comes around with strip, and then the catcher just dodges out, picks up, and scores.
Yeah, big trouble here for Elyod. He's going to need a couple 6+ dodges, maybe in the second half.
This is the thing with star players as well. Like,
the other thing about again with the overtime is that you've got 12 players and you've got an Apo, but you can't Apo your best player because it's a star player. And so, like, again, he got injured against me.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he'd already used the Apo, but if that had been before the Apo, he just couldn't Apo it.
This is.
And then that's Roxy gone.
That is.
See where the scatter is. This could be over. Oof.
Oh, that's
He's got
the
away
best
with it,
scatter
really.
for Elyod in the world. And she's got leap as well. Is she strength 4? No, she's strength 3.
No, but the catcher is strength 2.
Oh, so he just needs 1 assist and it's a 2D.
Doesn't need any assists.
Well, no, but what I'm thinking is if he leaps from this to this square here. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, you just leap because the guard's there. Oh, okay, so he's got an assist here now. So you have to. I'd take the hit on the dancer, then I'll throw the guard in. I'll take the 2D, and then I don't know where the recovery is though. It's a shit spot, and it's a really bad spot for Elyod, especially on your drive.
I think you need to take the hit on the dancer, mark up some players so you can push the catcher up and to the left from Elyod's view, and maybe get some players around there to deal with it.
He needs to sack the ball this turn, otherwise it's scoring it.
Yeah, if he doesn't recover this reasonably safely. I'm not sure. Is he not hitting this dance?
No, I would have hit the dancer first, and then even if it's a push, then the guard's there.
I guess the other thing is, if he just hits the dancer, he can do it with a block player.
Yeah.
And he can use the reroll on it.
Oh, he wants to scatter the ball the other way. He wants to scatter the ball the other way.
This is nice. And he gets the follow-up hit with the guard player.
That's actually ideal, yeah.
Obviously, he's had to do a go for it with
great
Roxy
scale.
there.
And the that's a great scale.
Nicely done.
He's gonna run out of time.
Just needs to.
Elyod! Like, what are you doing? He's literally gonna run out of time. He's not gonna be able to.
Oh no!
It don't matter. Yeah.
No.
And Woodies just 2+, 4+, 2+ score. Well, he could hit him if he wanted to. There is actually no. There's no chain there, is there?
Not really, because he's got patches and he hasn't got guard. But he should be able to get one of them off the ball.
Oh, I hate picking up the ball in Bloodbowl. Picking up the ball in Bloodbowl is like my least favourite thing on the planet.
It's great. It's a great kind of. I think it's a good mechanic.
Mate, the amount of times like I'll play a league game, and I'll play against someone like Orcs, and I'll be like, right, and then I'll kick the ball, and their non-edgy like thrower or whatever will just catch it, and I'm like, wow, that's like 20% of my chance winning this game gone just from them catching the ball, so they don't have to pick it up. He's running out of time. Hang on. That was not a minute. Like, is that one of them bugs?
No, I think it was a full minute. He took a long time. He just needs to dodge out and pick this up on a 3+.
Yeah, 2+, 3+, 2+, touchdown.
Go.
Hurry up. He's going to run out of time. Oh my god, I'm tilted.
Quick.
I'm tilted, Shawnee.
Quick.
I'm tilted.
Quick. Faster. Go.
Fucking no one picks it up either. He snaked it. Yes.
Right, so in a minute's time, Elyod is going to shit his pants and quickly do a pickup and fail. That seems to be the theme of this game. Oh no, I've got no time. Quick. Do a fucking pickup.
Like, when do you just go stupid and dicey? Next turn, I guess.
Oh, as Elyod?
Yeah.
No, you can't really. I mean, like, against not Wood Elves, you would gamble to get the score.
So right now you're already going, I probably ain't going to score, I just need to get this ball safe.
I mean, he could come back with Roxy, pick it up, hand it off, to like this wrestle player or something,
Yeah,
or
but
pass to that player. He's just moved.
it's just gonna get sacked though, isn't it?
He could do something reasonable. Like if he can get the ball up the pitch, it makes it harder for the Wood Elves as well. Again, I mean, not by much. He's gambling on this quite a lot
Yeah,
now.
this look like really gambly.
Well, he gets this guy down. The strip baller isn't in a fantastic position.
And an armor break.
Great arm break.
Fantastic.
If he can get the ball up here, he should be
If he
reasonably
picks it
safe.
up, like, if he don't pick it up, he's screwed.
I think he just needs a 2+.
It is.
And
Yeah,
then
it's a 2+, 2+.
it should be a 2+.
There's going to be an intercept if he's going to throw this. There's an intercept there.
No, I think you go to the sideline. Stop. Move some players back.
Elyod's
You
forgotten
don't
that
need
there's
this
a
many
ball.
players forward.
Elyod's playing chess, you know.
Because this
like,
is the thing, like...
a pawn to the
God.
other side of the board. Oh!
And then you go to the sideline.
Yeah, now he
and
gets surfed. Yeah, now he gets surfed.
Oh yeah, you don't care about that.
Really?
No, you've got to do the best thing.
Oh, mate, Elyod.
Easy 8-turn stall.
He's grown big balls in this competition. Like, I much prefer Elyod in 1 minute turns than his boring Twitch channel.
To be fair, he's had to grow some balls. Like this has been a disaster. Like as soon as he got
a
disaster.
Absolute disaster. I'm pretty sure that tree can. I was rooted. Okay, it's safe.
That's the thing. Like, it's great. Kind of creativity. You know, when he's pushed to make something.
That
if he
is
needs to
actually
make 2 6+ dodges, where a lot of people would just do nothing.
Yeah, you have
and
to
end up
try.
losing.
Yeah. Elyod plays way more ballsy in Blitz Pit than he does in real life.
I think you do have to be more risky though.
I think he just talks
because the
himself out of
teams-
it in real life, and he hasn't got time to talk himself out of it in Blitz Pit. I think that's what it
But I
really
think
is.
if you're just playing CCL, then there's a lot of you just want to play securely or something. But this is like you have an even team as your opponent, who is also very good. You've got to get some kind of advantage. CPC does a few GFIs here and there. People do all sorts of, I've done loads of shithouse plays
Yeah.
to try and just push it a bit. If it works, then you get something. You don't want to just sit there, roll nothing, have your opponent throw a few GFIs, put you in an awful spot.
Have I ever told you that I really hate Wood Elves? Like,
Yeah, probably.
Ever told you that?
But it's because you play Chaos.
Fucking
Honestly, when you play Wood Elves
strip
and you're like
ball.
1200 TV with, I don't know, like 6 blodgers and strip ball, and they've got their shithead extra arms go, and their shithead mighty bloke 4 go. You're just like, oh good, this is a win. And they're like, oh no, I don't have any tackle forever. What do I do?
Is he gonna scatter the ball here? Please don't scatter the ball.
No, he shouldn't.
I think he's gonna blitz
This
the. I think he's gonna dodge out. Oh no, you can't. No. What the fuck?
Agility 5.
Yeah, I know, but it's a loner.
It's got dodge.
Yeah. Okay, so he's.
Nice.
What's he
Sack
gonna
him.
do? Oh, chain. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So still lose tackle zone on the
It's
ball.
a 4+, 3+, and then you get him sacked next turn.
I think maybe you should have tried to get someone in scoring range. before he did that.
Yeah, because if he fails,
I mean,
this is
Roxy's in
screwed.
scoring range, but that's she's going to get knocked out of scoring range.
Elyod's boss. Just throw long bombs.
Yes, that's what he's doing, and then he can do the 3+ dodge and try the pickup.
If he's got time.
All pickups have to happen with 1 second on the clock. Seems to be the special rule for this game.
Yeah, and fail. And fail. Like... Yeah, I think this is a 0-0.
Yeah, the Wood Elves will be pretty happy here. In Nav style, it's hard to stop the Wood Elf 8-turn stall. And because the ball's been on the floor the entire half, he hasn't really got in the damage he might have wanted.
I get so frustrated playing against Wood Elves, like so frustrated, because no matter what you do, you can't hit them, and all you want to do is hit them, and you can't hit them, and then when you do get an opportunity because they've snaked something, you can't roll the pals. Like it's infuriating. And then when you do power them after 15 attempts of trying to power them, you don't break their armor. You just like.
I think this is the other issue with the shorthands capture. In a lot of situations like this, you actually just want to pick up on a war dancer because it makes the ball so much safer. But he's kind of
Because the bloods. Yeah.
priced himself into
It looks like he's greeding for a score himself. I don't know. Where's the?
He should definitely leave it on.
Yeah, no. Problem is with Roxy. Yeah.
Yeah, Roxy versus this catcher is Elyod should go for this.
Yeah, I would. %, I'd go for that.
Let's get back and mark this guard.
He's got no choice really, has he? Because if Elyod goes in at 0-0, he's like 30% to win the game?
Yeah, it's very tough. Because not only does he have to turn over the Wood Elves, he has to score, and they can do. It's just so easy for them.
And I actually think Wood Elves are more likely to score at this point than Elyod is.
Yeah, it's really hard. Even though he got his big pass play. There's dodge.
Oh, he's going to leap now, yeah?
Yeah. Leap works. You could just leap to the correct.
That's what I thought, yeah, just leap and dodge. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know about that.
Gets the pal.
I might have pushed him to the other direction.
I would have pushed him the other direction.
Oh, I guess he gets the follow-up block this way.
Oh, that's shit.
Yeah, that pickup's an issue. And as well, he's got to wait 35 seconds before he's legally allowed to pick that up.
Which, at that point, he will fail the pickup. Because it's... this is GG for the half. I'm calling it.
Oh, easy. Ooh. Easy 5+.
Ooh!
GFIs.
No reroll. Nice. It's always the 3+.
Easy.
Oh!
The perfect 8-turn stall.
The ninja. The man.
I just opened the
legend.
Bloodbowl textbook. Opened to the 8-turn stall chapter Elyod. And found this half.
What an absolute gangster. This is how the gangster from wherever he's from, I think he's from Northampton or something. This is how he rolls.
Gangster from Northampton.
Oh, wherever he's from. I don't know where he's from.
That's like a snooker name gone wrong. The gangster from Northampton.
The gangster from Northampton who has tea. He just has tea, and then he rolls up. He rolls to 5+, and he rolls out, and that's it. That's it. The ninja, Elyod, the ninja, and his snakes. There's a snake on the KO rolls, which is probably better for.
Elyod has an extra player, so he's 11 versus 10.
Mate, Bright did one turn. Bright did an amazing one turn against Theo, so this is no joke.
Yeah, you could definitely do it.
No, he did like a proper one turn, like not even a shitty one turn. He did a proper one turn.
Well, what was so special about it?
It was like a one turn done.
Yeah.
In one turn. It was. No,
he's Wood Elves.
It was pretty good. No, it was pretty good. Snooker.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, if you just push everything in the right direction, there's no. He's movement 8 with sprint. It's not special. I mean, you haven't seen it. It might be insane. I don't know how it could be insane.
It was insane.
He did it in a minute turn,
Oh, mate, did you see Wolfpark do the 16-minute one turn against Jimmy and then fail it? That was quite funny.
I mean, I'll take 16 minutes on a one turn if I'm allowed to.
Oh, who's
Oh,
that? That's Elyod. Yeah.
I think it's just the
KO.
lineman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the leader. Oh, he's zappoed it.
Elyod. Big dick
Oh,
Elyod. Mate, I do not recognise this guy. I do not recognise the
it's
Mr.
the leader. He
Cautious.
has to. Because
Mr.
if it's come back,
Cautious has just grown a pair of bollocks overnight. It's like Elyod had sex for the first time last night.
well,
And
listen.
suddenly he knows how to play Blood Bowl like a man.
It. I think for me that is like because the Appo is only good for him now or on a KO in the second half.
But you got a 50-50 of it coming back anyway.
But he has one reroll and it's a leader.
Yeah, I guess.
So if it doesn't come back, then he's got one reroll. I guess if he goes to overtime, he has another shot at getting it back. He has to get to overtime with one reroll.
I fucking hate
the
fact. I hate the fact that Bright is going to get this one turn, and he's going to do it. Just because it's just like you work so hard to dice your opponent with a 5+ pickup, 3+ dodge, 3+ handoff with no reroll. you do all that work to dice them, and then they just do this shit to you, and you're like,
you simul dice them.
it's just awful. It's just so soul destroying.
You can get another push on him. He should probably go for the pass first though,
Yeah,
because
he
he's
needs
going
to
to
pass
put
it,
another
yeah.
tackle zone on the catcher. He's taken the pal there.
I don't think he needs any more. Oh no, he needs one more push, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't need another push, but he could have pushed the catcher another square forward. I guess he wants to pass to this thrower, and that will be easier.
Oh, then hand it off, yeah. Way! Get fucked. Not. I just hate one turns.
And again, with the sure hands player, I mean, that you could have had the thrower back there. You're not improving the one turn much by having the sure hands there, because then you're not getting past the throw.
And the
other thing as well is actually you have so many players with Wood Elves. I just leave a catcher in the backfield next to a thrower. If the ball's deep, pick up the thrower, pass to the catcher hand, and he's like 8 squares away from where the.
I like sure hands.
Yeah, with 10 players, I think he could have had another player back. Really.
Yeah, I don't like sure hands for that
this
scenario.
Player
I like sure hands for like multiple tackle zones pickups. Like if you've stripped the ball and you've got 3 tackles.
But I think in this format, it doesn't. I wouldn't take it. I mean, if this catcher next to the tree, because this is one turn setup, that could have been back here, and then pick up, hand off or pass to him, and he can hand off and pass. You know, you've got enough players.
Yeah.
That's what I think, anyway.
Right, you crack on and tell everyone why they're bad at Blood Bowl. I'm gonna have a quick cigarette.
All right. Dimmy is bad at Blood Bowl because. Is he gone? Finally. I can get him banned from Twitch. Like the gangster from Northampton would. It's 10 men for the Wood Elves. Elyod's in okay shape if he goes to overtime. He's still got the 12. Problem is he has to protect the leader for ages. Another riot and a lost turn. Less Blood Bowl is being played. Now the short hands is pretty good for him, eh? Should be able to get that ball. I wonder if he'll consider going for an early score, ramping up the pressure on Elyod in the same way he did in the first half. I think it's a solid shout, to be honest. Even if you don't get the turnover score, you know, there's only 7 turns left in this half now. you could really kick on. Probably force him to burn a reroll. He won't be able to focus on attrition as much. Started to watch out being near the center line against Roxy.
Sorry, Shawnee, I'm just back from avoiding my spin.
Well, it was good without you, but now the commentary level will decrease.
I was going to ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother now. No, that's fine.
I was going to give a serious answer. Hey, I mean, I didn't say anything that would get you banned from Twitch, so...
Mate, honestly.
I didn't even talk about Israel-Palestine.
Oh, you did the Dimmy impression, you prick.
I didn't.
You did. You
Little Billy just
100%
loves
did.
it.
You absolute arsehole.
Mate, look, I love you, mate. I didn't even do the impression yet, mate.
Yeah. All right. Bellend.
Nah, you think I'm a prick, yeah, mate? Honestly.
Yeah, mate. Honestly. Diamond Geezer. Elyod's probably pooing his pants right now.
Yeah, because I was just saying the Woodies could actually try and go for some quick score. There's just been a riot. So next turn is turn 11.
I'd bang
and
it
if
in.
I was Elyod and there was like, yeah, if you bang it in, son.
I'd bang it in, mate. I'd bang it
in. Then he puts Elyod under pressure like he did in the first half. It's unlikely that Elyod's going to win in normal time, and he could lose in normal time, and he could burn rerolls and be in a crap position for overtime. The only issue is getting it down safely, especially down the sideline is tough against Roxy. It looks like he's just not going for that.
Yeah, he's just going to naff about, isn't he?
And the other thing as well is you're going to struggle to get. I think the Woodies are more vulnerable to attrition if they just play this in 8-time stall half. What do you think you would do? You would bang it in?
I'd bang it in 100. I would have banged it in. I would have handed off to the dancer and just ran it in.
Is there any situation where you wouldn't bang it in, or do you just love to say bang it in?
No, I only bang it in. I only bang it in as like Kislev and else. Like I don't bang it in as. Well, no one bangs it in as chaos, do they? Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Whoa! That's the
Holy
best animation ever.
Is he just not seen that? You know what? It's quite hard to see if there's a zon there.
I think he's
just clicked to move.
Oh my god!
He's just clicked to move to that square, and he's just done the best play in all of them.
That is the best thing I've ever seen in Bloodbowl. Like, hands down, that is the best thing I've ever seen in Bloodbowl.
I've seen people do that down player in the end zone. Click on it to try and score.
Mate, it's like Isengard all over again, mate. It's like Isengard all over again. Treebeard. Fucking
that was glorious. And it was quad 6.
Look at those. Look, yeah, I was going to say, look at those dice. I would have killed a tree.
Is Elyod going to go for the revenge foul?
That was amazing.
The classic CTL revenge foul. You fouled my mans, I'll foul your mans.
Yeah, but Elyod hasn't got a tree. He's going to have to foul with rocks, isn't he?
Funny thing is, I did 2 fouls against him as well, and both of them were Kaz. One against the leader and one against Roxy. So he's not had good luck with the fouls.
What? Oi. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I just thought...
You can spend the day with your child tomorrow and I'll go out for the day.
No, I don't want to spend the day with my child. I don't want to. I can cook dinner. I'll make jacket potatoes. That was amazing. That was actually amazing. That must be a misclick. There's no way in a million years that tree was meant to foul.
No, I mean it's hard to see the player in front of the tree sometimes, which is why things happened. It looks like he would score now, actually.
It's hard to see the wood through the trees, yeah.
Way.
Way. Yeah, I was really proud of that joke. Sorry.
It's way from me.
That was quite funny. That was quite brilliant.
He's blocked himself that he needs a GFI or a pass here, if he does go for this.
I just love seeing the tree in the Kaz box.
Well, not even Kaz, just standing there and off. Yeah, he is going for it.
Oh, yes.
And he's the unnecessary 2+ succeeds.
Yeah. I feel like banging it in is even worse after you've had your tree sent off.
Yeah, it's rough. Again, like the big stalling half is also rough. Without the tree.
Like Elyod doesn't really got anything to fear, like mighty blow wise.
No, that wasn't really a big fear anyway. You can always dodge away, and it's so slow. It's just better positionally. The big fear though.
Mangled from the tree stomp. Just mangled.
The big issue he's going to have is scoring here, not burning too many rerolls. I think he's more likely to be in a situation where one of them scores than to end up without.
A blitz here could be really sad. I don't like Elyod's setup for the blitz. Oh no, this is why he does this. I remember watching his stream, and the reason he does this is his anti-blitz thing. But he has leap, which is it's a 2+2+.
You're quite like you have someone in the wide zone, and then you basically cover the middle, because if it goes to the short on the side, even this isn't going to help you.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice though.
That's really
High
nice.
kick, 2+ catch.
Bob's your father's brother.
I like some dead build. I think it was the same as mine. I think he's got 3 goals, 13 players, which I think is fine. I think a lot of people actually preferred that when they saw our 2 teams, which makes sense really. I mean, I got cast a lot against PC's dwarves, but I had a few regens. I think 3 out of 4 regens, something like that.
So you just diced him basically.
Well, getting 3 out of 4 regens is dicing.
Complete utter dicing.
It does mean that he's just cast 4 players.
Hello, Alex. You missed the tree foul, Alex. It was hilarious.
It was quite something, yeah.
It was hilarious. Hey, Dimmy, ask Sony boy about thoughts on Wolfbark's undead team build. Oh, you think? Yeah, I hate it. I fucking hate it. I think it's shit.
What's wrong with it?
He's got too many players and he hasn't got 4 goals. And he's got like guard on both mummies.
I've got guard on both mummies as well. But I think maybe 1 guard on a mummy.
Yeah.
2 guard on the whites.
And he's got frenzy, isn't he? He's got frenzy instead of tackle on a white or on a ghoul.
Yeah, I don't hate that on a white.
I'd rather have tackle, mate.
A lot of people are pro the frenzy because against, if you're expecting things like dwarfs or more undead or Pembury or whatever, it's kind of dead. Well, not against undead, but it's dead against a lot of teams.
Yeah, I like frenzy. I'm not saying I don't like frenzy. I just hate it when you can have tackle.
think that tree was a misclick because
It was definitely a
he just
mistake.
he just wanted to move the tree 1 square forward, and he obviously didn't see the down player 1 square in front of the tree.
Just stamped on it, casted it, and got sent off. If he didn't get sent off, it would have been even more hilarious.
Yeah, that would have been genius.
Just like-
Yeah, particularly if you have a wrestler as well. If you have a frenzy and a wrestler. Because, I mean, if you're just blitzing for attrition, like if he came up against Amazons, he could just hit linemen with frenzy, and that's fine. If he
Really?
needs to, yeah.
But what about frenzy traps? Like, I think... I don't know.
But he's got 3 guard as well. I mean, I don't know how he's used it because I haven't been watching him play. I know that he quite, you know, I don't like frenzy generally. I don't pick it on my players.
You're not Andy Davo.
No, I just usually think there's something better. But in NAF style, I understand it because
He gives a threat to the sidelines, which is nice.
yeah, and like expected opponents, you know, if you're thinking Blitz Pit is going to be very bash heavy, as it usually is, then you don't really want to use one of your 6 skills on tackle if you can avoid it.
I like frenzy backdoor Billy. I'm not saying I don't like frenzy. I'm just saying I don't like it instead of a better skill.
Really, wrestle is your good sacking
You
skill.
sack it, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So just a wrestle ghoul can cover it.
And the thing is if you're sacking with frenzy, you're normally 2 into
Oof.
1 or 2 into reds. That was a quite hilarious catch there. That was quite quite cool.
Yeah. I won't be happy about that.
Yeah, it's got 2 turns. No, it's got 3 turns. Okay.
He can keep pushing for it. If he makes his screen here,
Oh, there's 2 Amazons.
it's quite rough for. Yeah, Elyod's pushed up a lot here, but the problem is, I mean, he's probably have to just base some L's with these guys at the back.
You just blitz this side guy and you hand off to this chick and she runs away. He could even score this turn if he wanted to.
Well, yeah, I think if Bright doesn't move anyone, but I think he has to move in someone to the sideline. And if Elyod just tries to surf them, then that's fine. Yeah. I guess what he could do is he could hand off to Roxanne and then just do some mad shit. Looks like... Oh! That's good. That's probably secured him the 1-1 at least.
Yeah. A smashed ankle. I've had one of them on the way in from the pub.
I've been fouled by a tree.
I've been fouled by a few trees. I've been fouled by a few trees in my life as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Kitchen floor fouled you.
Elyod is inevitably being defensive. I think, yeah.
I mean, I think this is...
No, I think it's right. I was surfing the dancer. Go on, Elyod, you weirdo.
But no, I think this is sensible because you want to be in a situation
and it's the strip
where
ball, which is
you're either drawing or winning. Oof.
Yeah.
At least it's the strip ball out.
Yeah.
And there's the guard around the ball.
Armor break.
You probably have to put someone in the back and then just stop the tackler coming in. Yeah. And then try and get some men's. Some woe men's in a good spot.
Would you tag the dancer? I'd probably tag the dancer.
It doesn't really do much because if he wants to, it just gives him the option to then block you. If he wants to blitz with him, you can just dodge away.
That's a dice roll, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a 1 in 36, and he could just say, "Okay, I'll take that block." I mean, if you think him taking that block is awful, well, then he just dodges and it's fine, like all the time. It's the issue.
Yeah, so it looks like Elyod's obviously going to switch to the right here, the way he's set up for this.
Yeah, I mean he's set up in a way. Sure. Because the Wood Elves really can't afford to put someone in scoring range.
No,
Unless
no.
they're really going in. I mean, they could just go in for a red dice here. Try and get the 1
Yeah, but you
9.
want to go in with the strip ball and not the tackle.
Well, he doesn't have that choice.
Oh, exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, here we go. Alright, I have to toilet real quick.
Shawnee's having a poo, everyone. He'll be right back. Have you noticed how how small Shawnee's hands are? I'm not even sure Shawnee is a real human. I think he's Have you seen that film? What's that film? There's that film with it's a fantasy film, and there's a guy with a big shield, a big round shield. I can't remember what it's called. Great film. They've got small hands in it. Like Shawnee's got really small hands. You watch Shawnee's stream, he's got really small hands. There's a hole. Jazz hands. Yeah. That was the hole. He needs scoring range though. He needs scoring range. Oh, okay. He has quite comfortably got scoring range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's gonna hand off. Maybe he's gonna hand off. They're so fast, aren't they? There's no defensive skills on these guys either. Leap out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Looks like he's got a really good gap.
Yeah, he's gone for it, mate. He's gone for it.
He could even just score, or just put it in the stall square.
Catcher can get there. Don't know about
Well,
this.
Well, because he hasn't got anyone good. So.
Ball can scatter there. He just leaps and just stands there. Was that intentional? That might have been intentional.
He just ran out of time, I think.
Yeah, because he was gonna go. He was gonna go there, wasn't he?
Leap and the rest of it.
He was gonna go there.
But you say you can scour it out. You can only get one player there, and it's.
Mate, this Lino is in scoring range. Like, dumb shit happens all the time. He could like red dice double power this guy, and just scatter the ball here, and just pick it up, and score.
It'd have to be double powers for him to score.
Yeah, of course it would. But it's not like, mate, it's Bloodbowl, Shawnee. It happens all the time. Like I'd say 60% of the time it's double powers.
Yeah. I know what maths is, so so it's not that.
Oh, okay. So he's going for the 1D. And it needs a pow. And it's got a reroll. It's got a reroll. He should have been once. Oh, okay. There goes the reroll. He rolled the 6 on the reroll. How tilting. How tilting.
He should have known that the 6 was there.
Yeah, he should have known. Like this is what separates the good players from the great players. The great players would have known.
Given the shit where the 6 is and just done the correct play, whatever the correct play was.
He just burnt the 6. He burnt the 6 on the GFI failure.
Well, it looks like barring 1 in 81, is it? I don't think he can make any better than that.
1 in 81, so it's 2 dice push. Yeah, Elyod wins.
He's got it.
Yeah, Elyod wins.
I blame the tree foul
I am surprised.
for right slots.
I am surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, Elyod.
Well, I think when I came back, I saw that tackle dance was on the halfway line with.
Mate,
like one turn to go,
I
which is
genuinely
madness.
think the tree foul
That's
misclick,
insanity.
the tree foul misclick was massive. Like I don't think.
I think putting his dancer there on the halfway line was just weird. Like, if your opponent can like outrun you as Amazons, the only player who you have who can actually take them down, you run them out of range.
Right,
That's
what I reckon
madness.
happened is Bright was halfway through the second half, and a really fit bird texted him and went, "Come round mine tomorrow and do horrible, nasty things to me." And he just went, "Right, I'm going to run everyone forward. I'm going to let Elyod score. I'm going to go around this really fit bird's house." Hello, Purple Chest.
Hello. How did your thing go?
Huh?
Purple chest. Oh,
Oh, look, we can actually watch it now.
Doesn't
Right,
look-
let me, right,
it doesn't look like it went well.
we're going to end this,
PC should have beaten me. Really.